Hey everyone, I'm going to make a quick video to showcase some of the sound differences between the Helix drives and my analog drives that I have. In this video, the amps are identical. On the left, for you that way, there's a matchless chieftain, and on the right, there's a third power majesty. Yeah, they sound great. This is my newest patch. I'm kind of digging it a little bit. But yes, for the drives, I'm using a blues breaker circuit into a Klon, stacking them for bigger gain sounds. For the Helix drives, I'm using a Heir parent, which is basically a king of tone, and a Minotaur, which is basically a Klon. And then for the analog drives, I have a JHS Morning Glory for the blues breaker tones, and then a Bondi Sick As for the Klon. They both sound great. But yeah, I'll go over some of the differences. This, just for reference, this is my clean tone, position 4. Then neck pickup. Yep, so that's what those sound like. I'm going to go ahead and kick on just the Heir parent, just the Helix blues breaker. Now just the Morning Glory. Yep, so there's that. And then I'll go back and I'll do just the Klon on the Helix only sign, just the Minotaur. Sounds pretty good. Now here is just the Bondi Sick As. Totally sure if I have this pedal dialed in exactly the way I want it. I'm on the higher gain side. Treble and bass are both just a little bit under noon. Level is straight out the middle, and then gain is at like 3 o'clock. But yeah, so let's start going through some different tones, maybe a little bit more of a song context, to demonstrate kind of my second stage overdrive, which is the amp gains turned up just slightly from that. And with the blues breaker circuit on, I'm going to use kind of the intro from Battle Belongs. That was Helix only. Let's go to Analogue. Yep, now I'm going to go to my next stage of overdrive. That's the same amp settings. And this is with the Klon kicked in as well, stacking the blues breaker into the Klon. I'm going to use the same riff, but I'm going to go to humbucker on my bridge now. This is Helix only. Now here's Analogue. Yep, now I'm going to go to my highest rhythm gain stage. This is with the amps pretty well cranked and both drives on. That's Helix only. Now is Analogues. A lot of sustain with the analogs, even with the noise gate chomped down decently well to get rid of some of the noise from the Sick As. And here's some leads. This is almost the same, identical gain staging to the previous, but this time I have a little bit bigger wet effects on. I'll do a couple little lead lines from Battle Belongs and then a lead line from 1,000 Names, just to get a little bit different types of lead lines. Now for the analogs. Yep, so that is my quick overview. My overall thoughts, I don't quite have the analog drives dialed in yet, so once I get a little bit more time with them, I think they'll sound a little bit better. Overall, I think the low end is tighter on the Helix overdrives, but I think the overall sound is a whole lot better on the analog drives. I think they have a lot more space to them, and especially sustain. There's a lot more sustain with the analog drives. But yeah, hope you found that interesting.